every sinner in that hotel. And you all remember Vaggie.
In the world of Hazbin Hotel, the creatures in heaven and hell range from numerous subspecies. Some people were born and raised within either realm, like the main characters in the spin-off series Helluva Boss. Some were human and moved on to the corresponding afterlife once they passed away. The two ways to exist within either realm have led to the development of a social hierarchy, one that has left the former humans in hell fearing for their lives when forces from heaven arrive to exterminate them once a year. A group of angels known as the Exorcists have grown into a prominent faction during the first season. In today's video, we're discussing evidence that points to the group's former leader, Adam, being responsible for the Exorcist creation.
I guess I'll just tell little Miss Butterflies and Rainbows that she's someone who's killed thousands of her people.
Number 1. The appearances of the Exorcists. It's well known that humans who enter the afterlife take on specific traits. In hell, they often look like things they disliked when they were alive, have attributes that represent distinct traits, or have something to do with their death. Alistair, for example, is noted by the series creator to have a death related to hunting dogs. The nature of his death likely influenced his appearance, as hunters may have been looking for deer. There are also humorous examples of this phenomenon, like the loan sharks in Dad Beat Dad, looking like literal sharks. When Charlie and Vaggie take their trip in Welcome to Heaven, numerous angels appear throughout the episode. Some share appearances with the sinners in hell, with some looking like humans, and others having animalistic traits. Humans who enter heaven may appear as perfect versions of themselves, or base their appearances on something they love. However, the same system doesn't apply to the beings born in their respective realms. Hellborn demons have specific appearances with notable similarities, like imps and hellhounds, while heaven-made angels seem to have more human-like appearances. Sarah, Emily, St. Peter, and Lucifer are all valid examples. The Exorcists also have human-looking appearances. Aside from their color schemes, Lute and Vaggie could pass as human women if they were on Earth. Their basic appearances could be due to their origins as heaven-born angels, or Adam could have created them in his image, making his army resembling human women who could follow him into battle. The Exorcist's blood also adds to their credibility as heaven-born. In the case of hellborn demons, they also have different blood compared to sinners. When a demon is born in hell, they have black blood, while sinners have red blood. The distinct color is likely due to their time on Earth. Coincidentally, Charlie is hellborn, but has red blood, possibly due to Lilith existing as a former human. The Exorcists don't have red blood, but they do have luminescent gold blood, which insinuates that they, like hellborn demons, were created to live solely in heaven.
Nifty!
Number 2. Biblical ties. The creator of the series, Vivian Medrano, has stated that she takes inspiration for her characters from religious imagery. Hazbin Hotel retells iconic stories about heaven, hell, and humanity. Many of the characters throughout the series are direct references to religious texts and figures. In both cases, Adam remains the first human in the Garden of Eden. In the texts and most well-known stories, one of Adam's ribs is taken to help create Eve. It's unknown if the same is true in Hazbin Hotel, but Adam creating the Exorcist could be a reference to the situation. Adam is placed on a pedestal as the first human to enter heaven. He's admired and trusted enough that the High Seraphim would entrust him with going down to hell every year to exterminate sinners. To attack an army's worth of demons would be a monumental task for a single angel, so it would make sense for Adam to have an army of his own. However, Sarah admits she doesn't want anyone in heaven to know about the exterminations in Welcome to Heaven. It's unlikely that Adam could build a military group of the Exorcist's size through requirement, especially if the exterminations are on a need-to-know basis. It would make more sense for Adam to receive the power to make his soldiers, like how God took one of Adam's ribs to create Eve in the original stories. Adam constructs the Exorcists in his image. They're an army of women who will walk beside him into battle, follow him blindly, and give their lives for the cause. The Exorcists all share the same aesthetic, with their masks matching the one Adam wears until the season finale.
I don't know, $1 million heaven bucks. How about that, huh?
Number 3. The Exorcist believes. The Exorcists are an extremist military group who take their roles seriously. In Welcome to Heaven, it's revealed that Vaggie was once an exorcist, and she didn't part with her sisters on good terms. During a previous extermination, Vaggie hesitates to kill a child sinner, and decides to let him go. In retaliation, Luke cuts out Vaggie's eye and wings, while Adam watches. The pair leaves her for dead in hell, but she's found by Charlie instead, while Vaggie spends the following years adjusting to her new life and building herself back up. The Exorcists remain as ruthless as ever. They enjoy harming others and look forward to the extermination, with Adam and Lute eagerly planning to attack the Hazbin Hotel first. The Exorcists and their leaders don't act angelic. at least not in the way humans expect angels to act. Instead of showing kindness, gentleness, and mercy, the Exorcists operate as bloodthirsty angels, expecting everyone to never second-guess their role in heaven. In contrast, Emily appears like the angels from stories. She's compassionate, understanding, and has the best for everyone at heart. She and Adam couldn't be more different, which is where the Exorcist's brutish nature may come from. If Adam created the Exorcists, then he had an army in mind when he did so. He knew that they would need to be strong-willed, determined, and cold-hearted if they wanted to eradicate hundreds of human souls each year. He likely fastened the Exorcists to behave in a certain way, while allowing them to share in his beliefs, opinions, and personality. Lute is the best example of this phenomenon, as she follows Adam around and contributes to his schemes. They appear together in Overture, where she appreciates his jokes and shares his sentiments about hell. As one of his most loyal soldiers, it makes sense that she became his lieutenant and will take over after his death. Unfortunately, without Adam, Lute may bring a new era of bloodshed.
No! Sir! Sir! Stay with me, sir! Adam!
Number 4. Vaggie's dedication. When Adam and Lute reunite with Vaggie in Welcome to Heaven, he claims she was once one of his best exorcists. He recognizes her after years apart and after she changes her appearance, meaning that Adam may take time to get to know some of his top soldiers personally. It would also explain why he has such a close relationship with Lute, as the pair is rarely seen apart. However, Vaggie doesn't hesitate to cut ties with her former boss after she loses her wings, and she does what she can to adapt to hell. Fortunately, she has Charlie to help her, and together, they determine how to rehabilitate sinners. Vaggie puts her all into the hotel. In Overture, she goes out of her way to film a new commercial. In Scrambled Eggs, she does what she can to teach everyone about trust, and she faces off against Lute in The Show Must Go On. Vaggie is dedicated to the hotel and the life she's building with Charlie. She refuses to work for Adam again when the opportunity arises, and that much hatred leads Vaggie to stand against the person who created her and everything he stood for. There's also an interesting line during Adam's reunion with Vaggie, where he mentions naming her. While Vaggie has changed the pronunciation of her name to be more appropriate, she still hasn't chosen it for herself. In most instances, parents are who name their children. The Exorcists may not view Adam as their father figure in this circumstance, but they would acknowledge him as their creator.
It's why I named you after the best thing ever, Vaggie.
Actually, it's pronounced Vaggie.
If Adam is who created the Exorcists, then the group will have a difficult transition period now that their leader is gone. The Exorcists appeared to follow Adam blindly and without complaint. It's hard to say if their strict devotion will transfer to Lute, or if her sisters will speak out against her. Unfortunately, if Adam did create the Exorcists, then there may be no one capable of making more in heaven, turning the Exorcist into a commodity the higher seraphim can't afford to lose.
To think someone as worthless as you landed Lilith's little hottie.
Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
I wonder what your bitch would think if she found out you are actually one of us.